Hello, this is Heather Hoffman, and I have a set of fun cards I made using the Band-Aids from Unity Stamp's Heart Time stamp set. It's a great get well stamp set, and I wanted to take the little Band-Aid image from this and use it in a few different ways. And I colored it up with Copics, and then I did some different heat embossing techniques using different varieties of clear with glitter to make the Band-Aids look shiny and a little more realistic, and I kind of had some fun effects come out of it. So first of all, I've just used a few simple Copic markers to color them up using a red for the heart and then just neutral colors for the rest of it and doing a little bit of blending. And eventually I'm going to fussy cut these out, but once I finish coloring these, I'm leaving them in strips with the paper attached. I just kind of separated them. I have a few I've already done, and I'm using some clear embossing ink. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Band-Aid with the strip, kind of gives me a handle to hold on to, and I'm just going to smush the Band-Aid into the clear embossing, the clear embossing ink. Then this first one I'm just sprinkling a plain clear embossing powder, and you'll notice that I heat, and while it was still hot, I redid it 2 times, sprinkled the powder on 1 more time, and it sticks to the hot embossing powder. So that one got nice and shiny and glossy. It was kind of fun. The next embossing powder I'm using is a little more of a pearl, just a simpler, it's clear but it has a hint of glitter, almost a pearly effect. This one's by Nuvo, and it just adds a soft glitter. This one I only did 2 times because I didn't want the glitter to overwhelm. And then this last one is got a lot more glitter in it. It's more of an iridescent glitter. I'm doing the same thing. I'll heat set it. Make sure don't heat set it over your spare powder. You'll melt that pile to the paper. And again, that one I only did 2 times. And one of them I left without the embossing on it. I just left it plain so that I could kind of play with all the different effects on a card and see which one. Now I fussy cut those out, and then I've used an Avery L die called Burst. It's one of my favorites. It's a square. And I cut out the square and then cut out the negative circle in the middle. And I'm simply going to add some sentiments from a couple different sets. The first sentiment I'm going to use is from that same Heart Times stamp set, and stamp it right in the middle of my circle. And then I'm going to add a Band-Aid over the top of that. And you could do several Band-Aids on one card, but it was so fun to stretch these out and make 4 different ones. The next sentiment is from Sometimes I Wonder. It was the March 2016 sentiment kit, and it kind of fit the Band-Aid theme really well. And the last sentiment, I did another card with that sentiment. I didn't show it getting stamped on here. And then the last sentiment that I'm adding is from a sentiment, just a little sentiment set called My Thoughts Are With You. It's a great encouraging set. And I'm going to add Band-Aid there. And all of these Band-Aids I'm attaching with a little bit of foam adhesive. As always, I use lots because I like it nice and sturdy. You can use less if you want, just put a couple dots on there. And once those are all finished, I'm going to add the squares around. By insetting, I'm holding the squares on the craft panel really quick to place my center circle, and adding some foam adhesive around. There's the one I have finished already. You can kind of see how it's inset a little bit, just a little more interest to the card. And attach the circle in there first, add the foam around the outside and pop it up. And it adds that layer so the Band-Aid ends up being on the same level as the outer frame, and the circle with the sentiment is inset a little bit. Then I'll give once I'm all got that one taped down, I'll give you a closer look at each of the different effects. I couldn't decide which one I liked best. It was just fun, all the different ways to add a little glitter and shine to your stamped images. I left one of them plain without anything on it, and that one was quite fun too, but the embossing just added a little something extra. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have fun. I would love to see if you try it. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day.